fought back and they made it 3-3 in that game. So good results for both teams when they go to Milan. And next week, let's see who will reach the semi-finals or the finals of the Champions League. Somewhere in the Europa League, Manchester United and Spurs will play the Europa League semi-finals today, and Chelsea will play in the semi-finals of the Conference League. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with the team to talk about the Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League. Good morning, Nosso. How are you?
I'm good. Interesting game last night. Good morning, sport lovers. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, good morning, Godwin. Good morning, football maniacs and super sports fans out there. A generational talent was what we saw yesterday at the Camp Nou. It was a phenomenal experience.
It was a phenomenal experience from that man, that boy at 17 is taking over the world. I don't think there's any 70-year-old. Maybe Messi and Ronaldo. Then I don't know other players.
Even at 19, Messi was sitting on the bench, please.
So I don't know.
Bro, one man was starting games.
I don't know about
at 17.
No, I don't think Messi was starting.
No,
he was coming in
at 19, he was coming in as a bench at 19.
No, at 20, at 18 actually. At 19, he started becoming a superstar for Barcelona. But that's not we are not debating that one because he cannot even debate that. But for Yamal to achieve what Messi, he had to score. You know how many goals Messi and Ronaldo have scored? They have to score and win 8 Ballon d'Or.
If you look at the stats, he's 1 goal shy of Messi's best season under 19.
Yes, that boy is doing well. Okay, before we go into all that, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. You can join us there. Drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. It means also whenever you are not in Enugu, you can always join us live to discuss football wherever you are around the world. Even if you're Japan, you can always join us live here on YouTube at Bolt FM Sports. Okay, the Champions League first before we talk about the other competition. Yesterday, Barcelona and Inter Milan played a 3-3. There was an interesting game. Nobody knew that it's going to happen, especially Inter going 2 goals up. Everybody was surprised. I was surprised. What is happening? First minute, just 30 seconds on the clock. Tirana has scored.
With a skillful finish at that.
Actually, he scored, and I was like, what is happening here? And Barcelona started fighting, but they considered another one 3 o'clock. I think they considered 2 goals from a set piece, which is actually wrong, but it generally good game for both teams.
Good game for both teams. You know, Inter Milan came firing from the gates as immediately the game started. You saw that pass coming into the 18. Once I saw Martinez on the floor, I know no harm, and I'll go with this, and they are going to regret it. And he finished it off with a plum. Fantastic finish for the first one. You saw Denzel Dumfries supplying the first goal. The second goal, Denzel Dumfries finished off with an acrobatic kick inside the 18, and it was fantastic. And then out of nowhere, the star performer, the genius at 17, came in, dazzled his way through the midfield. Once they gave him that free move into the 18, I knew it's a wrap. Simple and short. Call it right here, right now. It's a wrap. And he placed it sublimely into the net. Fantastic goal for him. And he didn't even celebrate. He just ran back.
They were losing.
What do you want to celebrate?
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the energy.
You they lose. Next they pay you for
Bro,
some players.
simple and short.
Some
Let's
players,
keep
you
it
they
going.
lose 2 goals. You did 2 goals down. You equalize. You they go celebrate.
No, you just score one. If you equalize, you can celebrate. But
Baba,
if you score 1, you cannot celebrate.
No, you know, if you do the comeback, maybe you score the second one. You cannot celebrate.
Yes.
You know that
Not the first goal.
not the first one. You're just 2 goals down, and you just come back with the first.
bro, let's go and talk about some people that have not scored in a long time, and they scored 1 goal.
And that one where they score a winning goal,
yeah, and
they will
went to
celebrate
go and
it.
celebrate.
That one where they score a winning goal, they will celebrate it. Where you want go now, road no dey there at all. They don't cut tree for that bush.
Road day.
They don't cut all the tree really to that forest. Road no dey there at all.
Road day.
Now,
Winking bombastically at some people.
scoring the first goal, I know we'll call the name. Scoring the first goal in that game for Yamal was beautiful because throughout that game, it'd be like the only attempt he had at Dimarco that he succeeded was the one at the edge of the box. Where Dimarco was one cross, but Dimarco slide, he cut and come back. After that one, I'm not saying Dimarco do and well. As in, I love the Inter Milan defense. At some point, I felt like this is what Inzaghi needs to do in the team. But when I saw that lineup, I felt like when I see lineup, you know, when lineup starts, when before game, you get different tactics for head. As an analyst, as a pundit, you get different opinion of the style where they go play. But once coach drop lineup, you don't say, see waiting coach waiting the coach mind. In that lineup yesterday, he wasn't going to play defensive. We were not expecting Inter Milan.
You can't even go and play defensive.
That's the thing. You were not expecting Inter Milan.
It's not the same promotion they have been paying.
No. If their players positioning, you can't expect you.
But the same formation they have been playing.
The same.
Since 3 years or 2 years.
Same formation.
Like wait, calm down. Godwin. I'm playing 3-5-2 with Casemiro and Ugati. What do you expect? Defensive. When I'm playing Ugati and Kobe Mainoo, what do you expect? A conservative football. Then when I'm playing a Mason Mount and a Kobe Mainoo in that same position.
Conservative still too.
No, it's offensive. It's more offensive than the other one. You get
use the wrong team.
No, I'm just using the wrong. And I just want in this you have Barella, Chanahoglu, and Mkhitaryan.
This is what he has been playing all season.
At some point he takes off these players and puts in defensive players. That's what I'm saying.
If he's winning, it's
winning. But this one was more offensive. And with the way they played, look at where he ran into.
Yamal went into. It's the same formation. The difference is that everything was
and the
offensive.
No, it is working. Sometimes if you attack, it works. Yes. Because they defended almost 90 minutes. They were sitting back, hitting on the counter, which normally what Inter does mostly in one hard game.
You don't see Barella for midfield, controlling midfield against
Pedri waiting. You see waiting Pedri do that midfield yesterday.
Waiting they do.
Are you serious?
It's just the time Mkhitaryan was just being scared. Barella was the man I was seeing in white. The man was number 23.
When you say you have a seasoned chef in the midfield, and the seasoned chef is creating wonders that have never been concocted in the kitchen, and you open the kitchen and you see a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, under 20-year-old boy doing the phenomenal in the game. But you have to give the man his flowers. And then if you also saw the under 17 juniors as well, Lamine Yamal, there was a time he beat one player and did a step on the ball and 360. Phenomenal play.
And Chanahoglu beat for them. And I tell you, Chanahoglu,
show me your number.
These players are not defensive. And that was the same. It was the same Chanahoglu and Mkhitaryan he beat to get the goal. You get. Trust me, person not my guy.
Let's not forget that he had a second opportunity at goal that hit the corner.
How many do Inter Milan have that hit the woodwork?
Corner woodwork from the right. The same finish for the first goal. He did that same second
all this finish. And I just come in and want to call hype Yamal.
Baba, if
the game was now hype this guy.
See white, go white.
Talking about Yamal, you cannot say you're happy Yamal. Look at what.
I said to talk about this guy last year.
Let me tell you what the coach said after the match.
Thank you.
Like he said, I have never seen a player Yamal in the last 5 to 8 years.
Thank you.
And he said that we have to put 3 players on a 17-year-old boy. I say it's not worth the hype. What are you saying?
We have to put 3 players.
Mkhitaryan and
Do you know what for
Mkhitaryan and
do you know what the coach means? They go come to a press conference and
leave the hype and say what he has to say.
Put 3 players on a 17-year-old boy. He said
the 3 players.
It does not matter. It's not the coach that he says. It's me that he says.
Simple.
Not only the Marco I see there, the Marco and Mkhitaryan.
Okay, you're not better than the coach that is saying
me exactly. You talk with him, you go we talk.
I'm just telling you that you can talk anything once, but Yamal was the hype.
Oh
if
my
you see
goodness.
how he plays, he was the hype. It's not necessarily because he's a 17-year-old boy. Also, for you to play at maybe 16 plus to play for a national team, as in, who has done that in this?
Bro,
apart from Pele when he was 17 that played for Brazil, no 17 or years that played for.
Okay. Let me give you the highlight of the performance yesterday. Did you see that step over on the ball to allow Rafinha rocket it into the net? That's what you call ball sense. The ball is coming everywhere, expecting that you be the one to receive the ball. They're already adjusting to come and close it down. And you just step over the ball. Rafinha gets it, rifles it into the net straight off. Of course, that one, if you miss post, no miss goalkeeper. And of course, goalkeeper tap him in.
It was an own goal, though.
Own goal.
Irrespective, man. 3 points. Irrespective, 3 goals on the night.
Okay, talking about Yamal, Yamal is obviously going to be a superstar, but kudos to Inter Milan going to Nou Camp to score 3 goals is not
first in history, man. And if you go back and look at this season, I bet you 1,000 quid that you are not going to see Inter Milan scoring as much as 3. You're not going to see them scoring as much as 3. Go look at the numbers.
In the league. or in the Champions League?
I think in
I'm
the
just
Champions
telling you,
League.
go look at the
In
numbers.
the Champions League, yes, they've not scored more than 3. They've not scored the 3 plus. But in the league, they have
Call one
in
game.
some games they've
Call
scored.
one.
I can't see games for you.
No,
They've
no.
scored 3 goals,
If they
multiple.
have
They've scored
called the
multiple 3
game,
games in the league this season.
wow.
Yes, they've scored multiple of 3 games
Don't
in the
worry,
league
I
this
have
season.
the
Against
stats
last, they
with
said they've
me.
scored multiple goals.
I have the stats with me here, so let's not go into that one.
I just feel like it's a good game, balanced game. Everybody was trying to get the best they can get, because you know when they did this in Munich, when they went to first, I think they won against Bayern Munich at home.
Yes, at home,
And they went to San Siro and conserve. I think that was what they were trying to do here again. Play on the front foot, get your win, then go back to San Siro and try to compound. And last night they were not playing in the Camp Nou. That's the problem. So I think the Barca fans, they moved the arena because I think there was some kind of works being done at the Camp Nou. So they moved the arena to somewhere else. But in that game, you could enjoy the game. I felt like when we shouted the goal, the first 2 goals, you know, I was supporting Inter Milan for this one, and I'm still supporting them for the Champions League win. When we chanted the first goal, second goal, the beautiful flick on from Marcus Thuram, the overhead kick by Dumfries, I was taunting Barca fans and all of them. I didn't touch anybody. I was just taunting them, shouting goal, took off my shirt and was waving it in the air. And Barca came back with the Yami Yamal situation, and they started pushing, and everybody, all the Barca fans, I'm like, bro, I'm not the only anti-Barca player here.
You are the king anti-Barca man.
I'm not the only anti-Barca fan
And
here.
I
Why are you guys coming for my head?
I speak for all Barca fans, and we filed that injunction
that
any day you are spotted wearing Barca jersey,
that was to happen.
you should be arrested and derobed of
you
that
can't
jersey.
Arrest me.
You should be derobed of that jersey.
It's to tell you that the jersey just fine. I don't have a problem with the jersey. I have a problem with the club. You get me? I have a problem with the club. They are too Chelsea like for my liking. They are too Chelsea like, making all the noise without giving us proof.
If you look at the statistics in that game,
if one player do it 1 year, they will call her the best player in the world.
If you look at statistics in that game, Barcelona had 19 shots,
yes,
9 on target. Inter had 7 and 3 on target,
and 3 goals.
3 goals from 3 on target. Possession 72 for Barcelona, 28 for Inter Milan.
That says it all.
3 passes for Barcelona and 91% accuracy, 271 for Inter Milan and 75% accuracy. It was almost a total domination. It's just that once Inter goes on attack, they score. Even though they score from 2 set pieces, which was actually poor defense from Barcelona. I don't know why they consider from 2 set pieces. In one game, they need to fix on that. But generally, a good game for both teams. Let's see who is going to reach the semi-final or the finals of the Champions League when they go to Inter Milan.
Godwin, did you see that last 6 minutes of the game? It was what you call when you cage an animal inside somewhere and you are just like 4 and you have all the weapons of mass destruction and you are saying just come outside this cage. Just come outside. Barcelona shut them down in their own 18 for the last 6 minutes of the game. Even
it's normal.
My goodness.
You have to go away with the draw. You have a more chance to play at home and
FCB.
Win. You want to come and attack so that they concede the
first goal. FCB.
You know anything to Benfica. You know anything to Benfica.
They want to attack Barcelona.
Attack Barcelona. No, you go ask Benfica how far. When you ask Benfica how manage.
Everybody knows that Barcelona is the best club for footballing. They are the best in the
world. Based on holding on to possession, Barcelona is the best team to do that for you. They can hold on to the ball for 120 minutes and not lose it. I have no doubt about that with Barcelona. But with Inter Milan side, they can defend for 150 minutes.
Okay.
But this one they considered, so it's a win-win for everybody. Before we go on to the next one.
Continue with that on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports and Necletus will be viewing that game with the eye of a Barcelona fan. I felt disappointed with Barca defense.
Yes, for the first goal.
Yeah, the first 2 goals Barca considered was as a result of poor clearance.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they wanted to clear that first, but they didn't clear well. They entered an Inter Milan's leg before they crossed it, before they scored that goal.
And Inigo that was behind him that should have marked him fell.
Okay, and Necletus is also saying Barca need a serious work on that defense line. Imagine conceding 3 from set piece. In 2
how can
matches.
You concede? How can you?
Actually, 2, not 3, man.
You considered 3.
It's 2.
2 goals, 2 from set
in
piece.
2 matches. That means against Real Madrid and now.
Now look at the 4 you guys are staying now. The best full backs in the team are not available. Bade is out injured, and he plays on the left, and you have to play Gerard Martin
Of
in
course.
that position,
So that's
who is
backup.
still trying to. Now, when you introduce Christensen himself, all things being equal, Christensen will be the kind of player where at the moment, though he's a good player, the kind of player where at the moment I want win match and introduce and forget.
I think he just needed to.
You get option for bench. Who you get as option? Option no dey.
You see Garcia, he removed Kunde was injured in the first time. He
Was
Yes.
injured. He put in
Garcia played from the right.
Arojo.
So he needed just to move Martinez back to left back and remove that young boy Martin or whatever it is. So I think the defense is still.
So I think
problems.
in this game, the both coaches did something. In short, I think at some point I saw Baka play in the back three based on substitution. If you look at the way they made the sub, I felt like this is a game that could have gone either ways because with the back three, you're having Christensen who can play center back and the other two defenders. Then in Inter Milan, the first sub he did, we switched from 3-5-2 to 4-4-2 with the first sub. Then after I saw that the thing was not working, they were outplayed. Only Dumfries was the only player who was marking present for himself. He made another sub that changed it from that to 3 and 4.
The first sub he made was the removing Martinez. He was injured. He needed to remove Martinez and put in that strike. I mean for Inter Milan. I think he put, but in the all things being equal, I think that both of them played well. But let's continue with on our YouTube channel. And I think it's also saying no, so he has earned the right. He's talking about Yamal. He has earned the right to celebrate. Go back and watch Madrid versus Barca 5-2. Rodrigo scored the second goal after Barca had already scored 5, and yet he celebrated. Okay,
now those people we talk about. Now then we talk about. You did 3 goals down. You did celebrate.
I trust my guys in the building to give you facts.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, guys. Let's continue on our YouTube channel. Wrestle Warrior, welcome to the show. Say, where are you guys from? We are from Nigeria. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Okay, I have Lexi in Vegas. Okay, welcome to the show. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Lexi in Vegas say Yamal almost finished them with that clip at the end easily. Yes, he almost got that goal. I think the keeper touched it a little bit. That's why he hit the crossbar. Okay, he said Yamal is going to handle. Yamal is going to handle Inter Milan. Yeah, he did handle Inter Milan. So in the next leg, we will see what he's going to do in the next leg. Finally, he is saying Barca has less experienced backline, which is why they struggled. Yes, it's true. They struggled because of that. Okay, if it's the Paul, Yamal deserves the hype. Yeah, he deserves the hype. OGO, welcome to the show. Saying also try to calm down. Okay, Mohammed. Okay, Mohammed is welcome to the show. Please, guys, please remember to subscribe to our channel. We do this every day from Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. sharp Nigerian time. We are live here talking football. Okay, people have one more comment here. I'm going to read Van Zilli. I don't know if I got your name right, but I said yesterday Barca was almost cooked. Oh, okay, depending on how you want to see it, but they almost lost that game. But I think, especially for that last goal, they were actually looking for that last goal because that
and there was a goal ruled out.
That was hit the bar. And
now offside now.
There was a goal ruled out.
One
toe.
Well, that was marginal.
One toe.
You have to. No, you have to go and give kudos to Barcelona defensive coach. That highlight never failed yesterday.
He failed now.
He no failed, bro.
He failed.
He no failed.
He failed because Dumfries now from the failure, and Dumfries used gets the assist.
He no failed, man.
It was from the failure Dumfries got the assist.
Baba, that was from the first kick. Moving from the center half, not be when they did defense.
I said it yesterday. Every tactic has its own flaws.
It gets flaws. He failed yesterday.
I've seen Barcelona from that high line
against Espanyol and against Leganés.
No matter how you even defend deep. Okay, look at Inter Milan that defended deep.
I'm telling you, on the night it was spot on. QED.
Okay, let's see what happens in the second leg of the Champions League. Dumfries won the man of the match in that game. He scored 2 goals from set piece and he got an assist for that first goal. So kudos to him. He did well from that. I think that
aside from the goals, he was spot on because only him single-handedly locked up my guy.
Both of them. Both teams did well in that game, and I think it's going to be interesting when they go to Milan next week on Tuesday to to see who will reach the final of that Champions League. So let's see what happens. So remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Both FM Sports. And remember, guys, please, if you are on this channel now, please remember to subscribe to our channel. We have amazing content. And maybe after the show today, we're going to drop our own thoughts again, in-depth thoughts about this particular game today. So you can go there, subscribe, put on the notification, and wait for that video.
And don't forget to join our membership as well too.
Okay, let's move on from the Champions League. Okay, in the next step, what do you think will happen in the next step? Who do you think will progress based on what you have seen in today's game? Who do you think will reach the final of the Champions League? Do you still give it to Barcelona, John?
I'm seeing an FCB Arsenal final.
I still calling Arsenal. Arsenal that will never win their game.
Baba, you say who is getting to the final, Shebi? And that's what I'm saying, man.
Okay, now so what do you think will happen on Tuesday?
I still stand by where I stand. That level I stand, and there I stand since. Inter Milan for the Champions League. Whoever they beat in the finals, I don't care. Inter Milan for the Champions League.
Okay, Inter to win the Champions League.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Some of the comments after the game yesterday, Hansi Flick was talking about Yamal. Everybody's talking about Yamal, the Inter Milan coach, Hansi Flick. Yamal has always done that in the big games. That means his first goal. He's there. Let's say he's a genius. Okay. Yamal is always showing how good he is. I think he enjoys these moments too. Okay, everybody is talking about that boy, even on social media last night. Everybody, in fact, what was trending was he is him. Like he is him. He is that boy. He's going to be that star boy. And there is no young player around the world now that is doing what he's doing. Even no player, maybe some few players you can talk about: Saka, Rodrigo, wingers. Vinicius, Mbappe doesn't play as a winger now, but if you look at wingers around, Yamal is on top, and obviously he's going to be. I don't know when he will finish in Ballon d'Or. I don't know. But
correct ranking is in the top 3.
He's going to be top 3.
Current ranking is in the top for April. I think
he continues that trend, top 3, top 2. I don't know if he's going to win it, but because if you look at the statistics, Rafinha,
he may not win it this year, but definitely he's going to win it.
Yes, so obviously he's going to win it. So, but let's see what that boy is going to do. He's just 17 years old, and he is taking the world on his palm. He's moving the way he's moving, and he was actually talking about before this game. He's talking about people are asking me like he's proud and all that. I said, well, he was talking about Real Madrid also. He's talking about that he has beaten Real Madrid 3 times this season. He does not care until they win them. They can come and chat with him. And so he's talking big, and he's actually producing that big mouth in the pitch. So kudos to him. Let's see what that boy is going to do. That boy is going to be the fantastic star for the future. Okay, away from the Champions League, today is the Europa League semi-finals, and Manchester United are playing today. So the question is, which Manchester United will turn up today? Before we enter that Manchester United, we have 2 more comments on our YouTube channel. Barca will still beat Inter. They will only get better in defense. And finally, an Athletic Sobi is saying the final is going to be Barca versus PSG. Okay, let's see if that will happen. Okay, move on to the Europa League. Today, Atletico Club will play Manchester United, and Spurs will play Bordeaux and Ghent. First, let's talk about Atletico Club. I think the final of the Europa League finals is going to happen at Bilbao. It's going to happen in Spain.
Yeah, it's happening in Spain.
Yeah, it's happening in Spain. So if they win against Manchester United, they play at home in the final. So, but they need to beat Manchester United first. Remember, Manchester United are the only team that have not lost in European competition this season. It's funny to say, but truthfully, they are the only team that have not lost a game in European competition this season. But if you look at this game against Atletico Club, I think it's going to be a huge game for Manchester United, because that is the only way they play Champions League or play any continental football this season. But the question is again, which Manchester United will we see today?
You know, they say if you can't fly first class, you should fly business class. And we have 4 teams flying business class today, talking about the Europa League, talking about Manchester United and Athletic Club, and Tottenham Hotspur versus Bordeaux and Ghent, while 1 team from London is flying economy. Okay, we'll get there later on. But for Manchester United, I still see a lot of fans of Manchester United talking about winning the Europa to shortcut their way into the Champions League. And, you know, I'm still going to come back and say that Manchester United don't need a placebo. You don't need to put a band-aid on a wound that is festering. You need to tear off the band-aid and do a deep work on that wound so that it does not lead to something else. So for all the people that are clamoring for, we win these guys, we reach the final, we win the final, we get to Champions League. Champions League is not the problem. The fundamental problem of playing a good game of football, putting a good performance on, because you have to count one before you count two. You don't do steps. You don't just they born you today, you are flying tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. If you keep flouting the processes required, you end up turning around the same mountain like the children of Israel.
Chelsea
you can be doing process and be winning
Children of Israel.
You can be doing
Chelsea
they
will
run
play
around
well
this
last
thing.
season, finish above Man United. Where they did Conference League. According to say they fly economy.
And they fly economy.
My Man they fly business class.
Yes.
Wait till happen. Why Man
Due
did
to
it?
FA Cup now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So Champions League due to waiting again.
Due to it.
Europa League they did it. Now let's not dive into the Man United debate, and I'll say this is a team that has been on top form at home. Talking about Atletico Bilbao, they've been on top form at home. They've lost, I think, equal number of games as Madrid this season. Yeah, that they've played more draws also. And they've conceded goals. They can concede goals, but their goals they scored is not that high. I think they've scored about 50-something goals this season. And they've conceded about 30-something goals.
They scored 50, conceded 20.
Now, look at and they concede, they score. But their home record has been top notch. That's going to be a hard nut to crack for Man United as a team. Now, the problem is, which Man United is going to turn up?
That's where the problem is.
Is it the Man United that can lose against Ipswich Town, or is it Man United that can beat Liverpool? Now, that's the big question. Which Man United is going to turn up? Which players? And thank God the coach was saying yesterday that two of some of his best players are back from injury.
Yeah.
Amad Diallo is back from injury. White Delete is back from. They joined in the Wednesday. I think they joined in the Wednesday.
Both of them will be in the squad. Yeah.
Now they will be in the squad. They're traveling with the team as well. But you're not sure if they're going to play the 90 minutes, if they're going to start or they're going to come off the bench. You're not even sure if they're going to even play at all, depending on how results go. And according to the coach, there's an early section of training on Friday. So he came with a lot of young players that are not in the list to play the Europa League. We have a 22-man list that is traveling to play. While in that 22, what I can actually play the Europa League for Man United is about 18 or 19. So the remaining 7 players are from the youth setup that could just train with the team for the Premier League game next week. So he's already preparing the game for preparing the young players for the Premier League games next week. But he needs to work on this one. And if you look at the statement from Almir, he's not talking big. He's only saying, press when they reach Man United, and they go ask the question, they're going to make you for everybody hand. And if before your hand and results go south, you're in trouble. So they've put him on the spot multiple times, and I think it's just one of the pressure that comes with being a boss at Man United. They always want to put you on the spot to fill big shoes, and for me, I think it's a problem in England setup. They should leave Man United. They should leave the man.
It's not a problem, man. You have the freedom to ask all the questions you want to ask. It's nobody's fault that
according to Mourinho,
you are at a
and I'll
club
answer the
that
one I want to answer.
it's nobody's fault that you're at a club that is where they are right now in history, and you are the one who said it by your own mouth that this is the worst Manchester United in history. And then, of course, over the weekend, Gary Neville said that since he was born to now, this is the worst Manchester United side. So it's nobody's fault. He has said it, and if they put the question to you, you can kindly decline or kindly answer as honestly as you can. It's nobody's fault that the press are there to do their job. Your job is to focus on your game.
Okay, he was asked about the strikers in his club. He has only one striker now in his club, so he's going to play him Hoyler, whether he's playing well, he's not playing well. They are going to play. He's going to play whether he likes it or not. But he was talking about he scored in the last game, so he's thinking because he keeps saying that Hoyler needs one goal. So Holland has one goal. That means we are expecting Holland to score.
Holland has scored this one goal.
Yeah, scored that one goal. So we are expecting. He was even asked about strikers coming into the club, and he was saying that he wants players that don't want to he don't want a player that will come in because they want to play Champions League. He wants a player that will come
because
to represent Manchester United. So it's going to be tough. If a player wants to play Champions League, please avoid Manchester United. That means whether they win this Europa League or not, it will depend on who they bring.
It's funny how we never enter finals or semi-finals yet, or let's say we never enter finals. We are talking about Champions League.
And if they win it, they will play Champions League.
So win and first before you talk Champions League. The focus should not be on an outcome that you can't control.
If they can control it by
You
winning this
can't
one.
control the outcome. You can only control the input. And right now, the input is playing a good game. This is why we.
Good game.
This is where we keep
Good game, good
coming
game.
back
We
to
keep
the
coming
same
to-
problem
we
with
keep-
the same
we
club
keep talking
all
to
over
good
again. Everybody is talking about outcome, output. But input is what will determine if you get the output in the first place.
Good game. Inter Milan play good game, we get draw.
Oh,
Liverpool first leg, they play good
but
game.
Inter Milan
Wetin
play,
really
Inter Milan
matter?
play game, abi?
Wetin really matter,
No,
bro?
Inter
Na
Milan
make
play
them
game
win.
or they no play
Find
game.
a way.
Yes or no?
Wetin really matter now?
Inter Milan
make I
play the
finish
game
now.
or they no play the game.
wetin
Because you
really
can't
matter
talk about
now?
good results from that game
Wetin
without
really
talking
matter?
about them playing that
Wetin
game.
really matter now? Find a way to win.
If you ask me,
And
Yes,
this team has a better defensive record than Man United.
if
They have a better
Well-
offensive record than Man United this season.
you ask me,
And they are fourth on the table
if you ask
in La
me,
Liga.
if you ask me generally, I think if match time wins and play the champions, I think it's better for them because while you are building, you still need experience.
Better for them how?
They need experience in this competition too.
In this current
Yes,
Europa League.
even if they win I think if they win the Europa League and play champions next year, it's good for the build. Do you understand?
It's not good for the
It's
build,
good
man.
because it gives the players more confidence. That
More confidence in what?
Look at Aston
In
Villa.
playing the way they are playing
Look
so far this
at
season.
Aston Villa and Newcastle. They tested the Champions League. Look at how they are fighting to touch again. Some of these players have not even played Champions League. They don't know how it tastes.
Baba, if you play well,
do
you
it
get
now.
the result
If
at the
you're a
end
child,
of the season.
they have not tasted sugar before.
If you
And they give
play
you sugar.
well, you will get the result. When you get
I
that
know.
result, you'll be inspired to play
I
better,
know.
to get more and greater results.
That is
What you want to do now is you want to short circuit a
It
process
does not matter.
that is supposed to take
I'll
the
give-
right time is supposed
John,
to
John, I'll
take.
give you an
John.
By
example.
giving them
Since
candy
Tete-
up front.
I'll give you
Since
an
Tete,
example.
they
You
don't
are
dey short
giving them
circuit.
candy up front.
John, since Tete, they don't dey short circuit that
And it's not going to work.
Let me give you an
They
example.
don't dey short
There's a
circuit that
particular year-
system.
Because this
Tete.
Ruben Amorim you are talking about playing in Champions League next season never know how to play these three competitions pari passu with
It does
each
not
other
matter.
and manage the team. It
You
doesn't matter.
It does not
Till
You
matter.
they crash out in group stages next year,
You
they
say-
will have that
Let
He
them
said
play.
Ronaldo
conversation.
have not played
If
with
they
him.
crash, let them play next
It
year.
was a
Till
sport, you know.
they crash out next season. But they are not even going to get there because Atletico is going to knock them out. Their dreams are going to shatter in their eyes, and they will go back with all humility and go and build the club as they should, rather than talking about pipe dreams that will never come to
my own is that
fruition.
you can be building and be winning trophies. Irrespective of what kind of trophy, you can be building and be winning trophies. You cannot
And
say
you are
because you are
going to
building.
give me
You think Arsenal fan will remember that Arsenal finished second back to back?
Three
They will
seasons
remember
ago.
that you won the FA Cup. They will remember you won the Carabao Cup.
bro,
Remember
That's
you
what
beat
you
him and
remember.
then
Are you actually talking about Arsenal fans right now?
Yes.
Are you talking about Arsenal fans right
Yes,
now?
at some point-
Arsenal fans will worship the ground Arteta walked on forever till the end of time because he delivered second place 3 in a row. Go and quote me anywhere. Arsenal fans were lambasting
Yes.
in the lower rungs of the Premier League
John.
without any support in that side, with Unai Emery, with all the other incompetent players or managers that came after Arsene Wenger.
Good.
They were lambasting, even with Wenger, they
Good.
were languishing,
Yes, good.
and they will continually worship Arteta's
Yes.
footsteps
Yes.
in that
The
second
problem-
position.
The problem with that is that if you keep winning, doing this till you don't win a trophy, Arsenal fans will get tired and they will
They
let
know
you
the
go.
problem. The problem is buy striker. Buy striker. That's the
No, wait,
problem.
no, wait,
Arsenal
no.
fans are not deluded.
John.
They are not delusional. Buy striker.
Whether you
QED.
if they buy,
Who are you blaming for the striker now?
If they're not buy striker, Arteta will be out of his job.
Wait, John.
Simple and
John,
short.
if they buy striker next season and he does not win a trophy this season, what happens? They will let him go. That's the point. It's not about at the end of the day, what everybody will remember.
Ateta has
is
already
that
overstayed his stay.
it
Una
doesn't-
dey talk Arteta for Man U matter. I
You have
don't
already
understand.
overstayed
I
his
don't
stay.
I'm just
understand.
giving you an example.
And I'm saying
You
it
can
that
be building.
striker or not,
This man is just,
if
he's
you
never
don't win
spent up to
anything,
1
you are
million on
going.
the job.
My own is that if
From
you are building,
November-
you can win
from
a trophy while
November-
building.
Till now, it's about 6 months
and
of the
Ten
job.
Hag win trophy while building, but where in there now?
He's out. But
Thank you.
Still win trophy.
Thank you.
Still win trophy.
Ten Hag
Did
no
the
build,
team, did the team improve?
They had
No,
no build.
they actually got worse.
Okay, let's see what happens with today's.
So
game.
for those people who hate
Man
trophy,
City.
they're hungry. Sorry, trophy is not the answer to your problem.
My own is that, John, fans will always remember the trophy you won.
They are entitled to remember trophy. People who never win trophy in the last 50 years, they never die.
Yes, they never die, but
At least
they need to win trophy.
Stop the shameful losses and shameful, disgraceful performances.
But you can
That's
be building,
the most important thing.
You can be building and be winning trophies, Abi.
Go and win trophy now.
Let me quote a legend of the game. He said the future of every team is in the youth setup. He said the future of every team.
Just near this one.
Is in the youth setup. That when you set up your youth system properly, you can promote and get players, better players, quality players into the first team and win trophies. But in the same quote, he said, as much as you do want to promote the setup and build, you should always go for trophies. As much as you do want to promote and build your ground, you want to build your foundation. Bros, you want builders, you go get house where they live inside. You know, if you just time say, I want to build a house now, and you're living outside. You did landlord house, you buy 17 car. And you at least you go build your own house. I'm not saying you cannot build your own house. You go build your own house. But before you go say make you buy land first, you get where they put head. So that's just one of, okay, I'm building. I look and I say, oh, I achieved this. I want to achieve better. You get, I want this trophy while building. I want to do a better trophy run. Newcastle now, we are celebrating Newcastle for winning the Carabao Cup. 2 seasons ago, they were in the Champions League. I think they played Champions League last season.
They want to test it again.
Now, they played Champions League last season. This season, they're not in the Champions League. But they know what it feels like playing in the Champions League.
It's funny how...
Calm down.
It's funny how you can use... Excuse me. It's funny how you can use a club like Newcastle as a case study who do not have the fundamental problem Manchester United have inherited since Cambridge. They don't have that fundamental issue.
John,
they have a better side.
John,
they have a better structure.
John, at some point...
And consequent upon this, they won the Carabao Cup.
Okay, I agree.
Consequent upon this, they won the Carabao Cup.
How many years has Eddie been on the job before he won the Carabao Cup? It's a question.
It's about 4 years.
It's about 5 years now.
Yeah,
it's about 5 years now.
Why?
5 years building.
Thank you.
5 years building. Before Eddie, how many coaches have they had that has not won anything?
My own is that at the end of the day, Newcastle will remember they won the
Carabao. They will remember that Eddie Howe won the trophy, not that he won to the Champions League. They will remember that they will celebrate the trophy he won.
They can only win that. They can only win that cup because of the work he did.
No, like I said, how many years did it take Eddie to build Newcastle to the time they won the league? And how many coaches did they employ and sack before him? Now, the same thing is with Amorim now. He came into the job in November, and because Man United is on and off, he's not even bought a player yet. I think the only player he brought in...
before you talk about
the only player he brought in...
It's funny how we are having a conversation on this.
Even Arteta that we are using to make a study, in his first season, he didn't bring any player in, no, but he won the FA Cup. And that's the only thing we remember him for. Arteta, first half season, he win FA Cup, yes or no? Yes. Did he win trophy? Yes. Has he won trophy for Arsenal? Yes. Which trophy? In his first half season, he won the FA Cup.
My own is that fans will only
remember your trophy haul. That's right. There was a time Ferguson had an off season.
Do you know why?
Why can't Manchester United justify this their off season with their trophy haul?
Do you know why?
At
the end of the day,
fans only remember the trophy haul, right? Don't they remember the shambolic performances, the shameful losses?
They will remember.
They remember everything, man. So let's not just zero it down to trophies.
I give you an example.
Let's not zero it down to trophies,
I'll give you an example
man.
still with Arteta. If Arteta doesn't win next season, Arsenal fans will want him out. At the end of the day, fans want results. Irrespective of what we are building, you can be building and be winning Carabao Cup. They will say, okay, they cannot stay 7 years that you are building.
He has been building and winning charity shield. So
he lived the charity shield. Even
he has been building and winning community shield.
I think there was a long spell of 6 years.
He is entitled to stay on the job. if you say community shield, no be cost in this scenario.
See, there was a long spell of Arsenal not winning trophies. But you know this game they used to play during the summer, that they are Emirates Cup, that every team that is being sponsored by Emirates plays in that competition. At least when you see PSG, they play against PSG, all the teams with Emirates they sponsor, and they win them.
How many times they win?
That-
They win like 5 times.
How many win? How many times? That one not be trophy.
We call a preseason trophy, but na still trophy.
Baba, that one,
Na
Baba.
still
In
trophy.
fact, there was
Not
one
trophy.
It just be like I as Vote FM now, I organize cup. It's not MPF,
That one not
organize
be trophy.
cup.
They know
And
they ask them
teams-
for trophy.
And teams say MPF
Now
and wait
preseason
now
game be
see
that.
understand now. And teams
And
say
by
Vote
the way,
FM
why that
represent.
spell happened was because we were building Emirates Stadium. Let me check you right now.
Okay,
Why that spell happened and why Arsenal were selling players within that period was
I'm
to
not
fund
saying
that
sell.
build.
I'm not saying selling players or
They
this.
didn't
I
win
said there was
anything in
this-
that period, right? They are building the Emirates. QED.
Man United is building new Old Trafford.
I made them build more.
Okay, on our YouTube channel, this conversation. First, before I go to our YouTube channel, let's get your question for today's game. Bilbao versus.
Atletico Bilbao 2-0, Man U 0.
Okay, Johnson, who are you supporting today?
The English brothers.
Okay, English brothers. Okay, on our YouTube channel, and I played is saying back needs a goalkeeper like Martinez, Donnarumma, or Raya after conceding from that first set piece. Why was he relaxing on the goal line doing set pieces? Chelsea should have been more offensive. That means to come out and collect the ball. He's always saying, John, Man U will surprise you today. Man U will beat Bilbao today. He no get waiting you want talk. Keep talking loud. Okay. And finally, he's saying nobody they remember second position. In the next 50 years, nobody will remember Arteta as a hero in Arsenal. Now, trophy will they remember. John, have you ever browsed who
finished
came
second
in 1990?
1999.
Nobody do that. And he's also saying, John, rest, I beg. When it comes to Man U, you end up, okay, no good point. How many coaches did Newcastle had in 50 years? Fans remember trophies. What we are counting is Liverpool 20 EPL and Man U 20 is always the trophy. And okay, Chico say, welcome to the show. Okay, Chico say, Inzaghi will still show back how tactics is being played. Okay, Chico say is supporting Inter to
You
go
know,
through.
enter for you yesterday.
Okay,
It's
so,
alright.
okay, what do you mean? You have to count one before you count two, John. Okay, are we not counting one first before counting? I don't.
You're not
understand
counting
you.
it too.
Okay, let's see what happens in today's game. The other game happening in the Europa League is Spurs versus Bodo and Glimt. If Spurs lose this game, I go just not them because even though that this guy is not that Lazio, right? They are a good side, but come on. Please,
They've always been a wonderful side. Even when they play in the Champions League, they've always been a wonderful side.
Who know Bodo and Glimt?
We know them.
Where?
We know them.
Which country do they play?
Calm down.
I think they are playing in Sweden or something.
They are playing in the somewhere around
Swedish league.
somewhere around the Scandinavian.
Somewhere
Somewhere around the Scandinavian. See, no, calm down.
Hey!
Bodo and Glimt, they play somewhere around the Scandinavian region. I know I call the
Where
country
is
specifically.
precise?
If I go call the country and the street for you, you go
No,
show
wait,
me.
Yeah,
they're playing in Norway. They play in Norway.
I tell you, they're playing in Norwegian, Scandinavian region.
They are
They ask me
playing in
where.
Norway.
Scandinavia large. Calm down.
They play in Norway league.
But that's not the case. The case is this team has won the league.
Just give me prediction of this game. Who wins?
Thank
this game?
you.
Just-
No. I want to
No
tell you.
SS grammar. Yes
Bodo,
or
see,
no?
I like
or
to support.
B?
I like to
QED.
support the English brothers.
Important to win for you, right?
But this one now they will play a drum since they are going to Bodo.
Okay, John. Who wins
All
this
this running around, ringa roses now.
Hey, Tottenham will qualify. That's what I want to. Tottenham will qualify.
John, who wins in this game?
Bodo giving them down X 3
Okay.
times in a row.
Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, let's
Now-
open the phone line and get your own contribution about yesterday's game and get your prediction about today's game. Man U and Spurs, all of them are playing today. And finally, Chelsea is playing a conference league.
Yes,
They are
economy
playing,
class.
yes. Who are they playing the game?
Jugasen. I mean, the name they had to pronounce, guy.
Jugaden.
They are playing Jugaden in the conference league. If Chelsea is supposed to be winning, to win that game, they're supposed to win that game though. But things can happen. The other semi-final is Betis will play Fiorentina in the other game in the semi-final. But let's see what happens in those games. Okay.
Chelsea seem to have a clear path to the
yes,
final.
to the final. So I don't see any reason why
This
they
team now could shock you
can, but Chelsea should be winning
because they
this
lost
game.
against.
See,
John.
no,
It's not about no. They lost against Liga was up.
There are some bare minimums you expect in football. Please, Chelsea fans, come closer. I'm talking to you right now. If we not win this match, don't
Okay.
worry.
Second leg against Liga was our waiting happen.
Call us and tell us your own
I did not won the
contribution
first leg before that
about
one.
this whole thing we are talking about. Number to call is 0706-048-5853, especially Manchester United game against Atletico Club today. Who wins in today's game? Do you think that Man U has what it takes to beat Atletico Club and reach the final of the Europa League? Call us and tell us your own contribution. Yeah, hello. Okay, we lost that call. Okay, talking about Chelsea, we are talking about Chelsea will be winning this game. I don't see any reason why.
That is what I'm saying. Please.
Why they shouldn't actually win.
Igwe Chelsea FC. You have been missing from your throne for some time, but just put a call across to Marukwa. If Chelsea do not win this game and inadvertently drop out of winning the Conference League, you have to come back, lie down and prostrate and greet West Ham fans wherever they are. That's all I'm saying.
To win this game. I don't see any reason why they can't win.
You're saying you have to come down and greet West Ham fans. When West Ham win, we get tough opponents. big men.
They don't give you small breeze now. You don't they talk like
Chairman
this. Who you face for final?
The guy where they play against
Real Betis for final, you don't forget. The
guy where they play against Real Betis, they went to 2 straight final, they didn't win it.
Okay, let's take the first call. Okay, for your predictions for today's game. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Name and location, please. Okay, Pedro, what is your own contribution? Now me say we're gonna play Conference League.
That is that Conference League is not using our best level, but she's still using our better level because we still have
they don't get anything like 11.
Yeah, Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool.
You have opportunity of winning trophy,
bro,
and you are saying top
no, wait, calm down, wait.
Yes.
You did it for Europa League sports
but
now.
But you dey economy now. We say may you enter business class. You say no. Hi.
Yes. Okay. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay.
Normally,
you know, go support Man United.
Lie.
Okay, let's take another call. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, gentlemen.
Yes.
Good morning.
You have been summoned.
Good morning. No location, please. Okay.
You got in there, they get it.
The fact is that instead of places to carry Conference League, you better we qualify for top 4. Yes, that's my suggestion.
Carry Conference League and qualify. Wait, what if you carry Conference League and qualify for top 4?
Good. I'm saying God has done for us. So, but I prefer Champions League next season. Until we didn't there. That will carry this Philip Goa of Conference League. So for Arsenal should have hope. They still go and talk to around in Paris. I think for me, this is the time I think I'll carry Champions League, but people don't know. Arsenal has people who can go there to Paris and took this Paris, this Paris Saint-Germain there. So I never lose with Arsenal Champions League.
All right.
Against
Atletico.
I got Manchester United 2-0.
Okay.
Today's man against Chelsea. I can just do
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens in today's game. It's Manchester United will play in the Europa League, then Chelsea will play in the Conference League. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Yeah, happy new month.
Happy new month.
John.
Yes, I do. Welcome.
Okay, what is your contribution?
For yesterday match, I was I was very, very angry for yesterday match.
Mm.
How will the Barca play such game yesterday? They think say na African League they play. They better be serious for us. So, and today match is over for Manchester United.
Have you?
She'll come back home.
Okay.
And Chelsea will lose.
Okay.
Chelsea will lose. Man U will lose.
Okay. All right. Thank you very
Tottenham too
much.
will lose.
Normally.
Thank you very much. Oh,
You can't blame him. Chelsea fans say everybody apart from Chelsea will lose, so let him join the chorus.
Okay, let's take the final call before we end the show today. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. I want to call from Soccer.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome to the show. Okay.
I think nowadays, if you just want to watch a seven match, you should watch Barcelona against any big team. Benfica, Bayern, Real Madrid, Atletico. We see a certain game. Coming to yesterday's game, before the game, we are talking about the best defense against the best attack.
Yes.
And yesterday, we saw the best attack, but we didn't see the best defense.
Thank you.
I think Rita could consider it, especially going to up. So that's very, very good. We need the likes of Lewandowski and Bad.
Yes.
Lewandowski was in that game.
Yes.
Lami Yama was throwing. They could have connected to most of them. So let's see what will happen
the next leg.
So if Lewandowski will start. Going to be out, I think Eric Garcia can be between the sides there because I think Eric Garcia is the Sergio Roberto we have now that can play
Utility.
right back and play CDM.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well
Okay, let's see what happens in today's game. It's going to be Manchester United going away to Atletico Bilbao to play the semi-finals of the Europa League, and Chelsea will travel all the way to Sweden to play their opponent there. Let's see if Chelsea and Manchester United and Spurs are playing today again, Bordeaux and Glint. Let's see who reach the finals of the Europa League. It's going to be interesting if the two English club plays the Europa League finals, because imagine if Arsenal reach the final, then Man United and Chelsea, both three English clubs will play in the finals of the three competitions. That means it's good for English team.
Yeah,
for
They now we need to now have an all English Super Cup.
Okay, let's see what happens in today's game. Tomorrow we'll come back and talk about this game that will happen today, and we'll discuss them. If Man U wins, good for them. If they lose, we'll go bank them. We'll banter them well. So tomorrow is going to be interesting. My name is Godwin, and from us here in the studio, thank you for joining us. All those that join us on our YouTube channel, remember guys, we're always live Monday to Saturday on YouTube at Bold FM Sports. Thank you for joining us there. Thank you for all your calls. Thank you for your contribution to this family. And happy new month. Today is 1st of May. Happy new month to all our fans. Happy Workers' Day too. Yeah. My name is Godwin. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
Just the go Sweden. Just the go Sweden.
No, Chelsea.
Just the go Sweden.
No, Chelsea is going to Sweden. The other person going to Norway.
News and
if Atletico reach that final, nothing want them. And go win on because now them they will.
let them have. Oh God, is moving people.
No worry, now you go see now.
What is that?
Okay.
Awesome programs exclusively on Vote 104.3 FM.